coming down, the wind blowing. Will it be a wind of change that takes Leigh to the grand final next week, or will Wigan be back to defend their title again? The first semi-final underway. The Wigan Warriors against the Leigh Leopards, and it's the Leopards who get the first use of the ball, and the rain that held off is now coming down, and a big first collision of the match, just what we expected.
I don't think they could get any more numbers in that tackle, and you know what it's going to be like. The weather, it's horrendous, isn't it? You're going to have to put your hand up, you're going to have to take a whack in this game, because it's going to be ferocious.
Here's Edwin Apape, gets the ball away. No way through for the Leopards. Look at that. That's what the players have got to contend with tonight. Here's a run from Trout, wrapped up just inside his 30. Here they go now with O'Brien, who kicks low across the field. It's not a deep kick, and it's collected by Abasmiski, and he will bring it forward. I think Wigan will be pretty happy with that first defensive effort.
Yeah, good defensive start, wasn't it, from them? Kick the ball along the greasy ground, and you never know what could happen. Well, any contact from both of these sides, you hit around the ball, you're going to cause some wobbles, and there's going to be some mistakes. I don't know whether it's going to be like a fast, free-flowing game, but when that man's on the ball, anything can happen.
Well, as that graphic showed, Leigh have won 2 of the 3 encounters this year. What they would give to make it 3 from 4. But Wigan, they get the ball over the halfway line. O'Neill pops it up for Thompson. 3 grand finals already for him. Last one for Wigan. Here is Smith. His kicking game crucial tonight. The wind really gets hold of that. Tester, early Tester, and Keenan Brand comes up with the ball, and he'll do well to stay in the field of play. Big roar from the away fans.
Well, again, they're going to do well here to get through this next set. Look at that, a couple of yards away from the line. You can see Hodgson just going down that short side, trying to nick a few metres.
Well, Leigh arrived here in the semi-finals last year. They were blown away. They were bruised and battered and down on troops. They arrive here tonight virtually at full strength. There are no excuses tonight.
Look, the big thing in big games, you've got to stay calm. You don't have to win the game in minute 1. Whatever's got you into the position to get a chance, as we see a really good run from Robbie Mulhern. More of the same. Adrian Lamb will be looking for that sort of play. Just stay calm and get through your sets.
A high kick that blows on the wind. Back there, Miski didn't get underneath it. Leaves it for Fields. He will bring it forward, but that's a good bounce for Leigh and a good chase as well.
Look, and that's the big thing in conditions like this. The back 3 for both of these sides will get the nervous wobbles, won't they? When that ball goes up, a little late change in the earth, well, you can just see Miski pulls out of it.
Thought better of it. Has had an injury-ravaged campaign, Abasmiski. Just 10 times he's played before tonight, but he's still managed 10 tries. Big part of that Wigan back line that's enjoyed so much success as Mulhern is piggybacked away. Short pass here for Ellis. He's been outstanding again for Wigan. Last one on halfway. Smith will send it high again. Another tester for Brand. Well taken, Keenan Brand. Didn't risk the pass, and he'll take the tackle just 18 off his own line.
Do you know what I will say about Keenan Brand? He's another one of those players that's been exceptional along with this man, Yamila Hanley. They've done a really good job on the right-hand side for Leigh to get him in a position to get to the grand final, along with this man as well, Tessie New.
What a carriage. What a block-busting run. Great carry from Tessie New. Ball now here with Apape and Leigh. Oh, that ball's come free. Referee, big blow the whistle. This is a penalty. Wigan have a look. They might challenge this. They have the challenge. No, Chris Kendall invites them if they want to use it. They think better of.
Yeah, they've got 76 minutes to go in this game. You know, Tessie New with a real good carry. Then on the back of that, you got Edwin Apape. There was arms around it. Was there a pulling motion in the from Byrne? I'm not so sure. I think he could have just lost that.
Well, Byrne, his last appearance here in a Wigan shirt. And we're going to Warrington. First attacking chance then for the Leigh Leopards. Apape finds Liu, finds Mulhern. Mulhern up to the 20. Wigan miserly conceded just 32 points in their last 6 Super League games. Might take something special to break them down. Edwin Mbappe. Sheer brute force takes him inside the 10. Lamb, short side play. Hunt just had to wait for it. Took the steam out of his run. He'll play it now. Mbappe fires it back for Lamb. Gets it away. O'Brien says to Leigh, straighten things up here with one tackle left in the set. Kicking high will be difficult in these conditions, such as the severity of the wind. Here now they go. It's a low kick. It's a low kick, and it's a chance here. And Trout is over the line. But has he got it down? Chris Kendall will want to check this. Owen Trout, has he scored for the 3rd time this season against Wigan? What does Chris Kendall make of this one? On the field, he thinks this is not a try.
Got a try for onside, offside. But my ruling is that the ball never gets to the ground.
Okay, it's tackle 5. We've got an awful call of no try. We're checking onside, offside, and then in towards the grounding. So we play through, pausing the foot. So we've got players that are onside to the right of the kicker. There's players that are offside to the left. Let's stay on this and track that. Them players, please. So the chasers that are to the left are onside. So the player that collects the ball is onside. So we're in towards grounding now, please. So I've called a no try. So we can't see the ball. It just comes into picture there. That's play on from this point. Gets into the in-goal area. What happens to the ball then? Can't see much of the ball there. Still can't see the ball. This might tell us more. So we've established this is fine up to this point. So it's meant the tackle takes him over. The ball is well up at this point. Still well up. I can't see the ball there. Anything else where I can see the ball? So yeah, we'll stay on this angle. Let's take it back. Yeah, so we can see the ball at this point. The ball is clearly up at this point. So keep going frame by frame on this. And then lose sight of the ball there. Keep playing through, keep playing through, keep playing through. And then lose sight of the ball. We've got an on-field call of no try for the ground element. But keep playing this through, please, up until the referee stops the game. So keep playing through. So we can stay on this angle, keep playing through. Is there anything from behind, possibly the end of the pitch? This might tell us more. So we know we're fine to this point. Okay, so the ball is well up. And we know at this point he's in the in-goal area. What then happens to the ball? Keep playing through. I've lost sight of the ball. Anything else on that? I need to see all available angles. This might tell us more. So play on to this point. Ball is up. Ball still up. Just keep playing this through. I can't see the ball at any point here. And then the referee stops the game. Have we got anything else? So we'll try this. So this is our last angle. So play on. I've called no try. So still up. Loose side of the ball. That's the arm of the league player, not the ball. Anything else that we do on the angles? So based on the on-field call of no try, I've got insufficient evidence to overturn. I've got a decision.
Wow, this is not going to go down well with those travelling Leigh fans. There wasn't conclusive evidence, in fairness to Tom Grant, to overturn the decision. It's so tight, Terry.
Yeah.
It looks like he's got it down, but there is no conclusive picture.
Yeah, look, I think it's a try. I think that Trout gets this down. He rolls out. Harry Smith does a good job at first, and I think he gets the ball down there. It's tight to his body. He lands on his chest. Where's the ball?
Well, that's the problem. That is the problem, isn't it?
Yeah.
If that goes up as a try, it gets given as a try. It's a big call on field, but there wasn't a picture for Tom Grant. He tried it in fair play. He went through every picture.
Yeah, he did.
In fairness to him, and he couldn't find the one that helped Leigh out.
Look, they've just fired the first shot, though, haven't they, Leigh?
They have.
That just shows how dangerous they are. They work really hard. They're aggressive defensively. They've got some flirt.
High kick taken by Bailey Hodgson. Well, let's head down to Prickside for the first time tonight then and say good evening to Jenna Brooks.
Yeah, good evening, Mark. I can tell you when that try was not given, the Leigh supporters were up in arms. They were not happy. Just a word on the weather just before we had sideways rain. It's very slippery out there, very, very wet. I do believe it's going to be on and off rain for this first half, and then into the second half it should remain dry. Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed indeed. Thanks, Jenna. Here come Leigh again. On the front foot. Wigan holding out so far. Here's Leopards. Probes the centre of the field, 20 metres away. Pape will find O'Brien. This time he floats in. A pressure at the back. Marshall's there, and he's collected a metre off his own line.
You know, there could have been a penalty there for Leigh. Harry Smith just turned and nudged into one of the Leigh players. Just did a job of just escorting. You can just see him, look at him, just steps across him. I think it takes Hanley out.
Yeah, I think that's going to be a big part, isn't it, of the game tonight? Can you protect those that are underneath those high kicks?
Well, both sides have got really good kicking games, long and short. So anything that goes up, like, you are looking for a bit of protection, but I think they got away with one there. Wigan, that could have been penalised.
Tackle from Mulhern. Here now is Smith, launches it across the field. Hodgson's quick but couldn't get there. Costs him 10 metres, 15 metres. And that will allow the Cherry and White's chase to get to him inside the 20. Good kick from Smith.
Yeah, well, that's what you're after, isn't it? A bit of distance. You want the ball to hit the ground and roll forward. Made it really difficult for Bailey Hodgson at the back. He's physical, isn't he, Tess? He knew every time he carries that ball.
You have to say, Leigh look a better team when he is carrying the ball.
Well, you just want your outside backs to lay that platform. Let me tell you, as a big fella who's defending the middle of the pitch all the time, you want your outside backs to do a job before you touch the ball on tackles 4 and 5.
Here's Mulhern over halfway. That will be the last one of this particular set. Lamb, that's a shonky looking kick. That's going out on the full, no, one bounce and then back into the field of play. When they get him over the sideline, this would be a result. Referee's called him offside, I think.
Yeah, penalty. It was a shocking kick, wasn't it, from Lachlan Lamb. They're an inspirational leader who needs to be on here tonight. You can just see he kicks the ball. They're all stood offside on the left-hand side, stood in front of him. The ball takes a wicked bounce, and then Montesquieu just couldn't resist, could he?
So Wigan get the ball over the halfway line. 9 gone, first of 2 blockbuster semi-finals from the Super League across the weekend. Wigan have it just inside the 40. There they go again with French. There it is tomorrow night. Hull Kingston Rovers, league leaders, take on St Helens. There'll be another miracle from Paul Whelan's side. 5 o'clock tomorrow night. Here come Wigan. Short pass. Good shot there on Thompson. Ball comes squirting out, and Leigh's defence holds firm.
Do you know, you've got to keep turning up and supporting your teammate, but it's not that sort of game. It's not the sort of weather conditions where you can catch the ball, do you know, at the line and try and get your nose through. You need it nice and early, and Mike Pete knows that that's probably not the play that he's looking for. Good run out of dummy half from Edwin Pape.
Really good run at Pape. Lamb waits there to play it. Pops it up here now. The ball taken forward. Charlie sends French bouncing out of the tackle. Looking to work the short side. Pape has to go it alone. Up to the 30. There it is again. Bevan French knocked off his feet. Good run off of Hengawi. Last one. They're going to that short side. Here's Lamb. Lamb cuts back, needs to find a pass, can't find one to go to ground inside the 10. Super League's assist king can't find a teammate this time.
Well, that's what you want, isn't it? You want your halfback, you want him to be a threat with the ball, not just tipping the ball on. So exciting when he gets the ball. His dad was exactly the same when he played Adrian.
Wigan having to do it tough at the moment. Had last week off, of course, courtesy of finishing in the top 2. Leigh put in a really professional performance against Darryl Powell's Wakefield.
Both of these sides have had playoff mentality the last 5 games, haven't they? They know, or they knew what was coming down the track.
Oh,
and again, another good shot.
Backwards, so a bit of luck for Wigan. They'll play on the back of that. Looking to get it away to Walters. He's wrapped up.
Like I said, hit anywhere around the ball, you force an error. Edwin Apapi.
Wigan have done well to make it to halfway. Smith launches it high. Hodgson is well set, collects it on his own 20, brings it up to the 30.
I think he's an exciting player. Let's not forget, he's only got his opportunity because the injury to David Armstrong, and well, I can't see Armstrong getting in for the way his form has been the back end of the year.
It's going to be a really tough decision for next season. Tessie New up towards halfway, will play it now. Leigh over halfway. Well, Sam Tompkins said earlier on, Leigh had to get the better of the opening exchanges. So far, they're more than a match for the champions, but yet to score. That's what we've had so far. 61% possession, 100% completion rate, more meters and less tackles. High kick, a tester. Field coming into traffic, gets there bravely, taking 10 out. Those stats are fair reflection, Terry.
Yeah, that's huge, isn't it, from Leigh, not making a mistake. Playing the game nice and simple, getting through the sets, kicking the ball. Wigan making a couple of errors, just playing at the line and losing possession on contact. They're hunting, they're certainly hunting. A real defensive attitude here, Leigh.
Here's Wardle. So often a match winner on the biggest of stages for Wigan. Thompson turned away on his own 40. Here's Smith. Slams the kick straight downfield. It's collected on the full. Hodgson hairs off infield. Full tilt. He's lost it. He's lost it. And that's going to be points for Betfred. Slides in. Hodgson went careering into the tackle. The ball came free. And Bevan did the rest. Wigan lead by 4 points to 0.
Well, he's the headline grabber, isn't he? Bevan French. It all comes about from some real strong defence. And Bailey Hodgson, you're giving him big raps. He's so exciting bringing the ball back. But in conditions like this, the biggest thing when you're going into contact is making sure you have a real tight grip on the ball. The kick from Smith. Hodgson, good positioning to catch it. And then he's looking across where he can run. And it's Liam Byrne and Farrell that forced the error. And it's picked up cleanly from Bevan French. Well, no one's going to stop him, are they, from that position? You're getting that good ball earlier, you're looking around. It's Liam Byrne over the top. Kieran just tips the ball on. He knows he's got some space in front of him. But why go for it? When you've got the fastest man on the pitch, you give him the ball, and you know that it's 4, possibly 6. That's Wigan, just as you thought that Leigh were really starting to get the upper hand in the game. They come up with a big shot, they force an error, they score a try.
Costly. 13th of the campaign for Bevan French in the Super League. That will ease any nerves for Matt Peake. His side in front. And Adam Kieran with a relatively straightforward kick on a night when it's going to be tough for the kickers. Anything under the post is a bonus. There, one of the greats, Sir Billy Boston. And what a reception.
Yeah, he's well loved by all fans, isn't he? Doesn't matter what your colours are in rugby league. That man, true gent.
And great to see as well Mickey Hyam here.
And Mickey Hyam and Stephen Ratchford as well. Getting a couple of free tickets and hospitality.
Kieran for a 6-0 lead. Never in doubt. 15 on the clock. The first advantage goes away at Bevan French and the Wigan Warriors.
Well, the big thing is for the Warriors, they ride those tough times, don't they? They don't panic at all. the kicking game from them has been really good, turning around. And Bailey Hodgson, he just gets teammates gathering round him, just saying, look, don't worry about it. Let's get on with it. There's only 6 points in this game. There's a long way to go yet.
Well, these two put on a points bonanza, didn't they? Earlier in the season, round 11, Wigan winning 36-28 on that occasion. I don't think we're going to quite get that tonight, but a good start points-wise for the Warriors. Walters is tackled. Junior December.
So defensively so far in this game, I know they've conceded a try mark, but Wigan are the side that are missing the tackles. 14 missed tackles to Leigh's 2. Junior December on the ball now. Just what you want to see coming off the bench, if you're a Wigan fan, that is.
Yeah. Just short of halfway here. Here's Smith, just outside the 40. He'll launch it high. Hodgson collects it. He'll run it forward with the same vigour. Nothing's going to change from his point of view. This time he hangs on.
No, and that's good to see, isn't it? Do you know, he doesn't go in his shell and just dwell on that mistake. Like I said, huge talent that he is. Josh Charnley just getting driven back. You don't see that often, do you, from the powerful winger.
The set restart, he's not going to get one. Here's Tezzy New towards the 30. Leopards looking to bounce back from that unfortunate try conceded. That's a good run. And here they go again. Marcus backtracking there. Leigh taking some easy meters. Last one. O'Brien, the go-to. Sends it high. Field will come forward. Can Leigh get any pressure? No, they can't. And the ball passed away here. And they didn't get it. Wow, this is a risky pass, but it's a good one. And Wardle now looking to sight his way through. Great run, great counter, great bravery from Wigan.
Do you know, they'll just back themselves, won't they? Jayfield got the ball. You thought that the Leigh defence was going to do a number on him in the corner and push him towards that sideline. They open up the play. They go from one side of the field to the other because they spot that space.
December not stopped. Tries to back his way towards the halfway line. Nearly a quarter of the way through this semi-final. It's been as tight as and intense as we thought it would be. Here now is Bevan French. Finds Farrell.
Movement! Back we come. Back. Don't go early. Go.
Last one. Smith will send it high. Hodgson waits. Ball batted forward by Wigan. That will be a turnover. Well, Leigh could play on from that point. They switched off a little bit there. Chris Kendall was saying, you can carry on if you want.
Yeah, he was just going to carry the ball up to where the mistake was made. And just trying to get away from this corner and open up the field themselves here now. Lining up.
What action in the state championship grand final. These are the Warriors against the Burley Bears, 3:20 a.m. The NRLW grand final, Roosters against the Broncos, 5:50, followed by the NRL grand final, Storm against the Broncos, 8:30. And we'll be back here at Wigan on Sunday evening as the Women's Super League grand final sees Wigan take on Saints. What a game that will be. And the Men's Super League grand final a week tomorrow, 5 o'clock, Sky Sports plus Sky Sports main event. The Bench podcast, as always, Tommy Luluai on it this week with Jenna and John, and a verdict every Wednesday at 3:30. Play on here, and a chance for Hodgson, offloads it, collected by Offahengawi, but he can't get it away. A bit
frantic,
there, yeah.
frantic, didn't need to be frantic. And he still had a tackle at the back to get to this kick.
Give 10, Robbie.
Here's Miski. Races in. The tackle made just outside the Wigan 30.
Surrender. Stand.
Leigh thought they'd scored at one end. That was chalked off.
Good, Robbie.
And Bevan French pounced on the error from Hodgson at the other. Those the only real chances we've had so far. As here come Wigan again. Smith finds Field. Field skips out of the tackle, eventually wrestled down. 10 over halfway.
Hold with me. Isaac, you're off. Isaac, you're off. You're good now.
Here now a chance for Thompson.
Play on.
Thompson gets away, ball on the ground. Oh, that's knocked on. Oh, Sam Walters almost had too much time to pick that up, and in the end he didn't pick it up.
Well, it's a long way down for him, isn't it? The lads were saying before the game, he's 6'7". Goes down trying to pick that ball up. Almost difficult in these conditions, greasy surface. He just had a little look up, didn't he? I think it was Frankie Holton who was in front of him.
Coach won't be happy with that one. Walters a two-try hero against Leigh this stage last year, but he missed out on the grand final.
Was it Liam Farrell who declared himself fit for the final? Remember the experience, Matty Pete?
Here now is Hanley. What a season he's had. Super League Dream Team member. Wrapped up on this occasion. Ball's on the ground again. And this time it's a knock-on. This time it is a knock-on. Trout protests. He didn't think he dropped it, but...
Well, he was looking around to see whether, to his captain, whether he was going to challenge this.
Well, they've accepted the call.
Back to you, boys. I didn't know if it was two, so no point playing on it.
Yeah, it just comes out, doesn't it? He just loses possession. Owen Trout.
Oh, sorry, Matt. Sorry. Let's go, put down, boys. Stand
Errors.
aside. Let's go, heads in.
Costly
Heads in.
on nights
Okay,
like these.
Out!
Wigan get it away now to Smith. Short pass finds Kieran.
One. Move! Wait, Rob there. Wait, go on.
Here now is Walters. Pape trying to force the ball out with a big hit around the midriff. Walters hangs on. Here now, short pass December. Physical hit there from Offahengawi.
Straight over the top.
Oh, now the ball's come out. I think he lost this. He did. December. Oh, look at that. The claret coming out of Offahengawi.
He is not bothered. He's celebrating like he scored the match-winning try in the grand final, because he comes up with a big play here. You can just see, shakes his head, he knows he's cut. Junior Nsemba, as he's trying to get his arm free off Offahengawi. Junior Nsemba loses the ball, look at him celebrate it.
Okay, yeah, time off. Time off.
See, outside backs get excited for tries, forwards get out excited about forcing errors, big collisions.
That was a great picture, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Great picture. Match stats then. Starting to level out. Leigh had more play of the balls. I mean, that's remarkable, isn't it? Wigan in front, not had a play of the ball in the League 20 as yet.
Let's go, Leigh. Heads in.
It's still Leigh on top, but the one stat that counts tonight, and that, as always, is the scoreboard, and it's in Wigan's favour.
Yeah, and absolutely. And Leigh know that. But from efforts like that from Offahengawi, see the post-contact meters from Leigh, they're pretty strong carrying the ball, aren't they? They get some decent quick play of the balls, which enabling some of those bigger fellas to get over the advantage line and keep carrying those Warriors players back.
Ricky Harton, outstanding here in round one against the Warriors. Here's Mulhern. Takes it forward. Pape, busy, Lamb. Ooh, that was a flat pass. And we're being generous as well with that one. Right in front of us here. Leigh hang on. Penalties at a premium tonight. Short pass, Liu. Oh, big shot goes in from Junior December. Last one here, O'Brien. Sends it to the sky. Offahengawi's got to be careful here. He's offside, so he backs off. It's collected by Hanley. Hanley dunks it on the ground, and it's collected by Wigan. It was great work from Hanley, but there was no one in a blue shirt near him.
Yeah, exactly. Yamala Hanley, what a play to come up with that. Gets himself in a decent position here now. Wigan have got themselves some work today to do here. Well, Yamala Hanley wanting a big game against the side he started his career with. Just made 11 appearances as a young player for the Warriors.
Leigh looking now to use their defence to get them on the attack.
Well, a couple of the bigger fellas now for the Warriors are starting to blow again. Harry Smith looking for a long kick.
Well, that time it gets a great bounce for Hodgson, and he's going to get over halfway before he sees a cherry and white shirt. And look at this, the defence from Leigh pays dividends.
Barely Hodgson already in this game, 25 minutes. He's already up near 130 metres with the ball. Nobody's near him.
Play on, that's fine.
Off Hengawi, patched up, wrapped up, 25 out.
Go free.
Edwin Pape finds Lamb. Lamb into contact inside the 20. Leigh pressuring, but can they break through? Ball moved to Trout, offloads it. Oh, that's a knock on. December's got it, he's off! December's off! Tackled by Edwin Pape. But I think they're going to say there was a knock on both ways here. This will be an interesting call from Chris Kendall.
It's lost by December into
Wigan,
Leigh,
wasn't it?
Regathered. So it's going to be a scrum to Leigh.
So Leigh are going to get the ball back with a scrum.
Yeah, well, they're looking to get away with that, aren't they? Owen Trout just forcing it. Well, he gets dominated. He looks to try and get it away. You can see it comes off the right arm of Junior Nsemba. He's playing to the whistle, though, isn't he, the young man? Thought he'd got away with it.
Good spot from Chris Kendall. And this now a big chance for the Leopards. And there's the coach. He's been so confident, hasn't he, in this latter part of the season. I think he feels his team's as ready as it's ever been to make it to Old Trafford. Can they deliver? Pape breaks through a tackle. He was going to pass it from the base of the scrum, but his teammate had run in front of him, so he had to go for it. And here now they go. Leigh within 5. Big chance for Leigh. Can they level up? Short pass off for Hengawi. He's turned and stopped a yard out from the line. Quick play. Oh, what a catch! What a catch, Mulhern! And he's over! His first try of the season! And what a time to score it! What a catch from the short pass! Lamb is smiling. They are cheering. The Leopards are right back in it.
Well, Robbie Mulhern, well, he loves the challenge, doesn't he? Come up with some real big runs in this game. Getting over the advantage line, laying the platform. Didn't he do ever so well to get hold of this ball? And Junior Nsemba, well, the Owen Trout forced the header. You can see Junior Nsemba's right arm comes off it. They had another set of 6 to contend with. They had to deal with it. And he just offers himself. Liam Farrell, well, he gets it all wrong. He turns in. The space opens up on the outside of him. And what a pickup. What a catch from Robbie Mulhern. He's come up with some huge efforts, some big plays in the season, and this could be one of the biggest ones of 2025.
He has done so well to take. That was not a good pass, was it?
Yeah, brilliant. Coming on, look, he's got to spot the gap, he's got to run for the ball, he's got defenders going at him, sees that Farrell gets it all wrong. Now with O'Brien here to level this game up.
2 more points, and we do have a level game. Credit to the Leopards. That's what it means down that end in the battle of the Borough.
Well, Liam Farrell, all the experience in the world, the 35-year-old, he's looking at the danger of Edwin Pape. Everyone in Super League knows how dangerous Edwin Pape is. So instead of him getting the ball and running himself, that's what he's expecting, Farrell. But he tips the ball on to a man in a better position, which was Robbie Mulhern. Wow. Again, I'm going to go back to the missed tackles here in this game. 23 missed tackles for Wigan, just 5 for Leigh.
Well, that's Rob Mulhern's first try since March last year. A collector's item.
Well, what a time to score it. What a time to score it.
Well, 11 left to the break, and it really does put this match on a knife edge. Oh, beautiful hands, great hands. Brand didn't fancy the outside and cuts back in,
wow.
But both sides inside their own 20 are risking it.
Do you know, Keenan Brand, he's not a slouch. He had Junior Nsemba to get on the outside of, then he needed to back himself.
He's had a wow of a year, Keenan Brand. 17 Super League tries for him, 20 in the season as a whole. Nice one for Leigh. O'Brien sends it downfield. Field will come and collect, slides on his knees, looks up at a wall of blue and black, and is tackled 25 out.
And that's how you deal with Sheffield. We don't present him with any opportunities where somebody's just switched off, not pushed up. Got to keep that line intact. And again, trying to be pretty dominant here. The ruck control seem to be getting it right. There's plenty of whack, isn't there, in these tackles from both sides.
This is going to be a battle to the very end. Liam Farrell, been there, seen it and done it many times. Cade Ellis finds Smith, who kicks downfield. It'll come to rest on the 10. Hodgson is there. Hodgson will bring it back, and Hodgson gets to the ground just outside the 20.
Again, that late footwork at the line, trying to play the ball quickly for Keenan Brand. And that said before, Bailey Hodgson at 131. With that carry, then he's just took in. He probably might be up near 150 now. That's enormous effort, that, isn't it? 30 minutes into the game.
It is. Here now is Epape. Epape up towards halfway. Great carry. What a signing, what a recruit he's been. Here now, Ofa Hengawi over halfway. Hangs on, last one. A minute dummy half will find O'Brien. Sends it high. Field's going to let this bounce, and it bounces kindly for him. That could have got awkward, O'Brien's kick.
Well, most definitely, because you have a little look on that left wing who's chasing up Josh Charnley. The ball takes a wicked bounce, comes back. You've got Tessie New and Josh Charnley just loitering with some real intent. And again, for Leigh and Adrian Lamb, not a bad place to turn this ball over.
Wigan back on their 10-metre line again. The champions back-to-back got their hands full if they go into the grand final for a record equaling 14th time. St Helens could make it 15 tomorrow if they can win at the league leaders Hull Kingston Rovers. 5 o'clock, we're on air for that one. There you go, Hull Kingston Rovers, St Helens, Sky Sports Plus, 5 p.m. tomorrow night, the second semi-final. We're over half an hour into this one. We are none the wiser whose season will end tonight. Long kick. Hodgson has to get there because it was inside the 40. Taps it up in the air. He can't quite get past French, who chases his own kick. Well, they've got it back.
You feel it's going to be a special play to win this game. Both of these sides just not giving an inch, are they? They've just calmed down in the game now. Not been as erratic as some of the players that they've been coming up with.
Well, it's a real contest now, isn't it?
Yeah. There's so much at stake. All that hard work you did in the off-season last year to get an opportunity to play in the semi-final, to get to Old Trafford to lift the big trophy.
Both sides arrive here relatively fully fit. And that's showing on the field. Round one, 1 point between them. It might be the same tonight. Here's O'Brien, sends it high. A tester for Marshall. Hanley's after him. Marshall's dropped it, but he went backwards. And it's play on, and Wigan with Fielder trying to counter. O'Brien makes the tackle. Once again, Hanley's in and around him, but there's nobody there in blue supporting it.
Yeah, do you know, and he was pretty good as well. His timing to get into that tackle and forced the header. Keenan Brand just couldn't get over the top, could he? Look at him, as soon as he gets it, he makes the error. Keenan Brand just couldn't quite pick the ball up.
Kieran will take it in over the 30. 6 to go to the break. Now a scoop from French. Offload from French. Finds Smith. Smith jinks his way forward. Finds Farrell. Farrell to halfway. Good from Wigan again. Their better stuff has come from inside their own half so far. They've had very little attacking ball in this opening half. Ball now to Smith. Holds it for Field. A slip in the backfield. Here's Wardle. Wardle cuts back in. Breaks the tackle. Brought down from behind. Last one. Slipping and sliding everywhere. Hanley's tackle saves Leigh for now. Ball working its way to Smith. Goes through the hands. Here now is Kieran. Puts his toe on it. Hodgson there. He slid in and saves Leigh right on the line.
You know, well taken at the back, wasn't it, from the full-back? I don't know why they didn't give the ball to Bevan French. He does get the defenders sitting back on the heels. It was a first ball in front of him, looking to get the numbers on the edge.
We've seen Rob Mulhern leave the pitch to be replaced by Matt Davis. Now 4 tackles into the set. Leigh are penned in their own end. They need something to get them out here. They're only going to get about 25 away from their own line. Last tackle here. Going to go back to Lamb. Will send it high towards Miskey. He's set on the 30. Thought for a second it was going to go over his head there. Retreats and now comes back in fields. And there's the Leigh line again. Rock solid right in front of them.
Do you know, it's a big kick though, wasn't it, from Lachlan Lamb, and a decent chase as well, led by Davis.
Marshall's carry as Wigan just short of the halfway line. Points at the end of the first half will be more than welcome.
This is when you're really feeling it as a player, especially if you've been on for the full first half.
There's Brad O'Neill, finds French, short pass to Farrell. Starting to see a little bit more of it now, the veteran. Over on that right-hand side of the Wigan attack. They'll come back now. O'Neill finds Ellis, short pass. Havard wrapped up. Last one here for Wigan. High kick. This is deep. This is pro. French was taken out there. He was taken out, and that's going to be a penalty. We mentioned the importance of the Shepherds. They got it wrong there, Leigh. Bevan French, right in front of the referee, has gone down, and Chris Kettle has called a penalty. Lachlan Lamb is asking the question. Now, the only issue here for Chris Kettle, I completely agree with the decision, but if you're going to give one, you've got to give them all.
Yeah, I agree with this decision. You know, the kick goes high. Bevan French, he stays on side. You can just see, he just had the eyes for him, didn't he, Edwin Apapi? He's looking at him. He gets in the road of him, right in front of the Leigh fans. It's a dead set penalty. Just under 3 minutes to go. And Adrian Lamb, well, he'd be disappointed. Said it was getting to that point in the game when it's really dangerous. You want to get down the tunnel. You want to take a bit of time. You've been going set for set against the opponents. It's as though we run across behind the referee. He actually waited for Bevan French. Bevan French has picked him out as well as he's run into him.
When you see it from that high angle, it's as blatant as it can be, isn't it? Well, disappointment for Apape and Leigh, and a relatively straightforward opportunity here for Adam Kieran.
Well, the big thing is that if he does kick this ball, it's 2 points, not 6 points. Like, could Bevan French have got over the top of Bailey Hodgson, you know, got the ball? Who knows?
This is going to be pretty high. 90%. Is it fair to say, should this kick go over, that the best team are behind at the minute?
I think they've had patches in this game, Wigan, in the first half where they've looked really good, but I think the overall better side in the first half has been Leigh. Wigan came out of the blocks the first 5 minutes. They were firing all cylinders, and Leigh got back into the game, got in front, and there you go, Adam Kieran kicking the right front to those Leigh fans.
Yeah. He's in the zone, you won't even know they're there. And they will not put him off. Wigan nudged back in front. It's that type of night when a penalty goal could be the difference between grand final or going home. Matt Peake looks on. His side have been up against it, but crucially they lead by 2.
Well, he knew what was going to be coming from Leigh. They were going to be physical. They were going to chance their arm. They're led by Lachlan Lamb, one of the best 7s in the competition. And you've got the exciting Bailey Hodgson at the back. So he knew what he had to deal with. And a big set up front.
Deep kick collected by French. And here forward come the Wigan Warriors. Ball played out here to Smith. Smith finds Jay Field. Field puts the brakes on, then goes again. Wrapped up just inside his own 40. Is there one late flurry from the Warriors? One game-changing play. Smith has to take the tackle. Bit of a lone furrow down the short side there. 30 seconds left. Is there a bit of magic in this Wigan outfit? June in December over halfway. 2 plays left. O'Neill gets it away now. Here's Ellis, finds Bevan French. French finds Farrell. Field into the line. Field slices through the line. Here they go! The champions are in! A game-changing play right on half-time. And it's Bevan French who's in again. Wigan celebrate. How good was that? Adrian Lamb knows his side had just been hit with a huge sucker punch.
Mark, you said was there a bit of magic? There's your magic. They were setting up on the right-hand side, weren't they? And you'd always get nervous if you see French and Field on one side. They're lethal over on the right-hand side, and Leigh, well, they'll be so disappointed. They give the penalty away, they give the 2 points away. Adrian Lamb knows that his side now in the second half are going to be up against it. Cade Ellis delivers the pass to French. French at the line, and Farrell does well, doesn't he? Gets the ball to Field, gets on the outside of Tessie New. And how many times have we seen that this year? When Field goes through, he draws the man right at the right time to Field, or the other way around. Brilliant play from those 2 players. They are a different team, Wigan, when they have French and Field on the side. Same pitch. They are incredible.
Two tries for Bevan French. Jay Field heavily involved in that one. And that Wigan team talk at half-time will take an entirely different air to what it might have done 2 minutes ago. Kieran for an 8-point lead. 3 pretty straightforward kicks for him tonight. And this for an 8-point advantage at the halfway point. Kieran makes no mistake. Bevan French with a blast right on half-time that gives daylight to the champions. Adrian Lamb needs a moment before he makes his way into the dressing room. It could well be the last half-time team talk for Leigh this season.
And probably the difference is coming up with a couple of magical plays, but Leigh, they've got to score first. I think if they concede another try, I think the game's gone for them, I'll be honest. Whether you can come back from 14 points, I'm not so sure in a big game like this.
Well, we will see. Here come the Wigan Warriors, who pounced late and hard in that first half. Ball with Wigan then. They'll be, as you said, hoping to extend that lead, but you mentioned their miserly defence at the start of this one. They don't concede too many points, by and large. Here's Smith. Chips over the top here. There could be a chase on here, depending on the bounce, but it favours Hodgson, and he collects it. And he's instantly tackled, and he's being dragged back towards his own 10-metre line.
Yeah, and again, just trying to be really physical on the fullback, Adrian Lamb. Well, what will his team look like in this second half? Obviously chasing the game by 8 points.
Well, they're looking to play. They move it to Tessie New. New wrestles off one, but a good shot comes in from Bevan French. You know, here's Josh Charnley. Such a good stint here with the Warriors. Next one for Leigh. O'Brien. waits and gets it now. Knocks it long. Straight though into the arms of Field. He turns it back. Here's Marshall. Right, we didn't hear from the Leigh camp at half-time. Let's get down to Jenna and get some news.
Yeah, I managed to catch Tony Clubb just as the players were coming out. He said that Lemmy was pretty happy with that first half, despite the fact that they are trailing by 8 at the minute. He just wants them to be tighter in defence. He said that their contact was great in that first 40 minutes. He just wants them to move the ball a little bit more.
OK, good stuff. Thank you, Jenna. Well, 2 gone in the second half, and it's Wigan who are driving forward. Good carry gets them up towards that Leopards 40-metre line. Brad O'Neill waits, gets it away. French turns it back for Farrell. Nice one. There's a look to go to Smith. Sends it high. That is high. A tester. Hodgson under pressure, collects it, knowing Kieran was going to hit him the second he caught it. And that's another good set from the Cherry and Whites of Wigan.
Yeah, you're right, it was under a bit of pressure, but the man that needed to be put under pressure from Leigh was Harry Smith, and he had too much time to get that ball away in the air to turn Leigh around, and like you said, just the pressure that he's under. Bailey Hodgson had no chance of making any metres after he caught that ball.
Here's again. This time gets just over the 20. Edwin Pape pops in, gets the ball away. Davis up to the 30, last one. So a good containing set from Wigan. And here now Lamb, who was under pressure, kicks across the field and takes a bit of an awkward bounce, and the second bounce was kind, and Wigan are going to start just short of the halfway. The defensive prowess is coming to the fore here, Wigan.
And that was the difference when Leigh were kicking the ball. They were under pressure from Sam Walters. Even if they know they're not going to get to him, it's just about getting in the eye line, hoping that they'll slice the ball and maybe not get the distance on it. Junior Semmer with a decent carry, and Jack Hughes just trying everything to force that error.
And now is Ellis. Finds French. Field. Gets it away to Kieran. Kieran could be in trouble here. Kieran could be in trouble. He is.
Great defence.
Great work from the Leopards.
Yeah, big play. Everyone just coming in to lend weight. Yeah, and Kieran just pick him up, take him over. Silent not. He catches that ball. He's 10 metres in from the touch, and just look at the urgency, look at the effort. 5 players, just get him over the sideline. Big play. So you've got to own those big moments, defensive big moments in games. And they did that by just getting him over. Well, they're still 25 metres from their own line. Well, they give themselves a chance with players like that.
Shows the belief and the unity in this Leopards team. Best ever Super League finish, finishing 3rd. Their first ever home playoff match last week. Once again, they find themselves 80 minutes away from the big one at Old Trafford a week tomorrow. Good carry there from Liu. In a great first year for him in the Super League, 2-time NRL winner. Pape finds Davis. Here's O'Brien, gets it away. Hodgson tries to spin underneath the tackle, but Nsemba is there to wrap it up. Pape looking for things to happen. Not a lot of movement, no runners there, and just have to take a carry that gets them just 5 metres over halfway. O'Brien under pressure, kicks low. It's not a bad kick. Not a bad kick. Marshall chose to keep it in, and he's going to be tackled inside the 10. Can't get him over the sideline, but that's a win. They'll be happy with that, the Leopards.
Well, let me tell you, if you want to defend, this is where you want to defend. You're in front of your own fans. You've got them trapped in the corner. You're getting numbers in the tackle, so which means that the play of the ball is going to be pretty slow. This is where you can get off the line.
Got to keep their discipline, the Leopards, trying to hunt a mistake from Wigan. It's a decent carry, gets them over the 20. Kieran on tackle 4. Gets a decent play of the ball as well. And a scooting run from O'Neill, eventually wrapped up. We've done well to get up towards the 40. It is a slow play of the ball. Oh, that's a poor pass. That's an awful pass. Smith's going to pick it up. We'll just put it high. This could be going out of the full.
Yeah,
It
shocker.
is a disastrous end of the set for Harry Smith and the Wigan Warriors.
Yeah, well, he knows it as well. As soon as he puts his boot through that ball, he knew it was going to be a shocker. Bevan French, it looked like Harry Smith just pulled out catching that ball then. Then he puts himself under pressure, goes to the sideline, the boot goes over, and Leigh now in a good position here, right in front of the fans. Harry Smith looks bewildered, doesn't he? I'm not sure whether he's looking at Bevan French there.
Well, can they make it count? The Leopards defend their way into an attacking position. Can they get a second score? O'Brien back for Hughes. Back when it all started for him. Ball now to O'Brien, finds Lamb. Lamb turns it back, here's Hodgson. 5 away. We just saw him in that little pass from O'Brien, he just held up on the wing. Here's a Pape, they're going for the power play again. But Wigan are all over that one. 2 more for the Warriors to survive. Leigh hoping for points. Here's a Pape. Pape can't get through. Last one, a repeat set. You feel a minimum here for the Leopards. They're running it. They go out wide. Might need to find a kick here. Brand will dribble the kick through. It's collected by Field, and in the end, the Leigh set comes to nothing.
Yeah, I think when Edwin Apapi chose to run the ball, he had Gareth O'Brien and Lockie Lamb just waiting out wide, looking for that shot on the right-hand side to Yumila Hanley and Keenan Brand. And sometimes you really have got to back yourself, doesn't he? Edwin Apapi always does back himself close to the line. Cruz leaving that one to the field for the Warriors.
Big shot goes in there from Trout. But Wigan survive a test. Here's French. Oh, big shot goes in from Edwin Pape. Last one for Wigan. This time the pass is on the money. The kick is deep. Hodgson backpedaling, sprinting back. That's a great catch. Fair play. Brilliant catch from Hodgson. Brings it back and does find the 20-metre line.
Yeah, good kick from Smith and a good catch from Hodgson again. Look, there's numbers around him in the 4 players who've taken him down. Again, looking to shift the ball out to the big man, Tessie New.
Oh, he's offloaded on the ground and Charlie happy just to fall on it. We've just seen Edwin Pape go off for a breather. That was a great catch from Hodgson, but they've lost that ground that he made, courtesy of that loose offload. There's still lots of time left for Leigh here.
Oh, Brad Dwyer's onto the field. Someone who can go from dummy half. Very dangerous on a quick play of the ball, Brad Dwyer.
Can mix it up. And they're up to the 30 and just beyond it. Leigh trailing by 8 as they were at the break. Here is O'Brien. Low kick will bounce its way towards Jay Field. It almost got away from him. Gets it away to Marshall. That looked a little bit high, referee. Not been too many penalties in general tackles. We had a couple for offside and one for a ball steal.
That's
Shoulder
okay,
first.
isn't it? Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, just 3 penalties in this game. That's what you want to see, really, isn't it?
Referee letting them get on with it. Bit of a juggle from Ellis. Finds Smith, who gets it to Field. Here now is Wardle. Wardle cuts in. O'Brien does well. Makes the tackle with Hanley. Always a threat, Wardle. Jake Wardle. Now, oh, that's not a good pass. If you want anyone on the end of it, it's Bevan French, and he chips over the top. He needs a bounce. He might get a bounce. He tips it back. He picks it back up. He offloads it. Here's Cruz leaving. Bodies out wide. Good pass. Finds December. December going for the corner. Leigh get to him. Offloads it. What an effort from Leigh. That was a chance for Junior December, but he couldn't squeeze over in the corner. Leigh Leopards scramble, keeps him alive.
Well, you knew when Junior December got that ball, he wasn't going to pass, was he? And Bevan French, again at his best, just spots a bit of space behind the defensive line, goes for the play, knocks it back, picks it up himself. Cruz Lehman gets hold of the ball, looking to shift the ball over to the other side, and Junior December, he could just see him backing off, and good inside pressure. Comes up, gets the big man over the sideline. I think it's Owen Trout who comes in with the shot, just lends his weight.
Well, Keenan Brand did a good job, didn't he? He just held his ground.
You just can't panic, can you? You can't just try and solve the problems yourself, because if he does do that, Julian Sember just tips the ball on. He backs off and waits for everyone else to come towards him.
The Wigan fans getting behind their team. Leigh looking to attack from deep. Ball works its way to Hanley, but nowhere for him to go. They had that chance a few minutes ago, the Leopards. They didn't really ask too many questions. How soon can they get down that end again? Possession now is saying 50-50. Here's Dwyer. Dwyer taking on the big man. Runs into former Leeds colleague Sam Walters. Nice one. Lamb goes high, but again it's going to land in front of field. It gets an awkward bounce this time. The second bounce just favoured Wigan.
Well, they're offside here.
They are.
To refer to the referee, Chris Kendall, he was telling the League players that they were offside. And Lamb, you can see them all, stood in front of the kicker, trying to work with him, didn't want to put the whistle to the mouth. But that's what happens when Jayfield gets hold of the ball, you panic.
Here's the kick for touch, that's a good one. And Wigan now 30 metres out. Field has had a superb season in the dream team again. Here's Patrick Mago wreaking havoc down the middle. 20 out. The Warriors now looking to really put the pressure on their neighbours. A switch of play. Here's French. Fires a pass to Kieran. Kieran got past Tessie Newt, got just enough of him. Dragged to the ground inside the 10. French finds Leeming. Mago plays to Smith. Short pass. Nasemba's gone without it. Leigh hang on again. And Leigh forced the error out of Wigan.
And again, just a bit tough, isn't it, at the line? Julian Sember, well, big, powerful player that he is. And just trying to get that one-on-one with Gareth O'Brien. And he's got it all on, hasn't he? Harry Smith thought he'd done the job. Instead of going out the back to the speedster, which was probably the better option to Jayfield, he hits the front runner in Julian Sember, who just couldn't quite take it.
Pete pondering. Will Junior be involved in the Ashes? Sean Wayne here tonight. Casting his eye. There's Holton, all wrapped up.
Nice line speed from Cruz Lehman.
Look at those stats. 15 play the balls in the opposition, 20 to just 1, but it's 2 tries to 1 in favour of Wigan.
Yeah, and 8 errors for the Warriors.
Here now, handling error, offloaded, it stays alive. Thinks about the big pass and he's wrapped up on the 30. Here's Dwyer trying to make something happen. Picked up by Smith, dumped to the ground. Nice one then for Lamb. This time he's gone right over to the near side, and there's Miskey to collect it on the full. Good chase though from Leigh.
I think more or less all the kicks in the second half from Leigh have gone centre field. They've not gone to the sidelines. Probably a dangerous ploy, really, when you've got Jayfield at the back in open space.
I think the problem they're having, I think we saw it a little bit with that kick, it's quite a swirling wind. That was wind assisted. A couple of the early ones have been into the wind. I guess it's hard for them to gauge how far to kick it. Here's Farrell. Wigan looking for that record equaling 14th grand final. It will be a 3rd in a row for them. Back-to-back champions. Here's Smith, going to go for it on the last, gets it away to Wardle, finds Marshall, kicks back on the inside, Hodgson's there to collect it, needs to get to the ground and does. He's done well again, the fullback.
just can't switch off then. Harry Smith just recognised then that Leigh had switched off. Decided to run the ball, knowing how dangerous they are. And then just the Warriors just looking to up the ante here.
Tuitavaki is on into the action. He'll get the last 23 minutes or so here. Try score against Wakefield last week. Here goes Hodgson, runs straight at Havard. Last one, they're not to the 30.
They brought Robbie Mulhern on as well for the final stint. He'll give him a big lift.
O'Brien's kick collected on the full. Points at a premium second half, none yet in this second 40. Who's going to break first?
You know, it's interesting then just watching Cruz Lehman and as he was coming back, just telling all his teammates just to calm down. Don't panic. This is like the game now where they're in the battle, where they're trading them sets. It's going to be who blinks first.
Lost in a grand final with Leeds and then 1-1 with Wigan. In on both ends of the glory night at Old Trafford. There you go, finds French, who just pokes the kick towards the try line. Here's Hodgson, he'll return it, and Hodgson threatens again.
Every time he returns that ball, he returns it with interest, doesn't he? So powerful. Lucky Lamb, good dummy, wasn't it?
Yeah. Tomorrow night, Hulkington Rovers against St Helens. Sunday, NRLW Grand Final, Roosters Broncos, followed by the NRL Men's Grand Final, Storm Broncos. And we've got the Women's Super League Grand Final, and a cracker it will be right here at the Brick Community Stadium as Wigan take on Saints 5 o'clock. Here's Hanley. Hanley trying to break through, offers the ball back. Pellick picked up by Dwyer. Bit of joy here for the Leopards. Tuitavaki bumps off one. 30 out from the line. This is better from Adrian Lamb's side. Can they close the deficit here? Here's Lamb probing centre field. Mulhern will take it off him and fights his way inside the 20. Good carry, Mulhern. The Leopards try scoring, giving them a chance. Dwyer goes it alone. Now he's got to find a pass. Gets it away to Hughes. Hughes straightens up. Can he find an offload? He'll go again. Gets it to O'Brien. O'Brien inside the 10, and Wigan surround him and drag him down on the last one. Lamb screaming for it. Jumps in at dummy half. Plays it. Did they kick it? It's gathered. I don't think he was grounded. And how's it going to be deemed to come back into play? It's going to be a goal line dropout.
Well, again, it's good recognition, isn't it, from Lamb. He runs in to get behind and play the ball, so they get the numbers on the short side. Nice little kick from Owen Trout. Some desperation from Jake Wardle, knowing that Emile Hanley's putting a bit of pressure on him. But that man, if Leigh had to go on and win this game, he'll be pulling all the strings, Lachlan Lamb.
Goal line restart. Smith will hoist it downfield. It's going to bounce and bobble its way. Somebody's got to pick it up. It's Charnley. Charnley returns it up to the 30. Can Leigh now? 20 minutes remaining in the first semi-final. Tuitavaki drives it in. Good carry from him, adding a bit of beef from the bench. Lamb on his skates. Gets away the other side of O'Brien. O'Brien saw the defenders running out. Smith raced out of the line, didn't he? Looking to get to Lamb. Ball never reached him. Ball now short here. Hughes gets it away to Dwyer. Dwyer turning and spinning his way to the line. He's a couple of metres away. Leigh really starting to bang hard on the Wigan defensive door. They're crowded around the play of the ball. They're just going to get it one out. Here's Mulhern, gets it back to Hughes. Hughes trying to wrestle his way through, flicks it away to Tuitavaki. He gets it away to Lamb, offers it to Tezzy New. New keeps it alive, finds Hodgson. Hodgson gets it away. Here's Trout. Trout can't get it in the corner. Wrapped up 5 out. Wigan one more to survive here. Mess of the play of the ball. It's a slow play of the ball. O'Brien will float it towards the post. It's gone backwards. It's gone backwards. Who's going to collect it? Miski picks it up. And it's another last tackle play that doesn't quite go the way the Leopards need it.
Yeah, again, they've just not quite nailed it, have they? The man who did, Abbas Miski, well, he was nice and calm. Picks up the ball. Just saves the blushes. but that shows how good Leigh are in that sort of passage when they play that offloading game. They've got some points in them in this game.
Well, they have, but what they don't have is a lot of time.
I said what the big plus for them is they're running towards their fans, and they went up, didn't they, as soon as they went down there.
Here come Wigan. Jake Wardle wrapped up. Here now is French. Sends it long downfield. Hodgson misjudges it. It's a good kick. Collected on the first bounce. Looks to return it. Up and over the 20. Skips through and slides through up to the 30.
How many times does he get through the line? His footwork's so good. His power into contact. His acceleration into contact. Very good.
Here's a bit of play from the Leopards. Charnley wants a quick play of the ball. He's not allowed one. Here's a Pape back out after a breather. And Pape up towards halfway. Leigh are just starting to speed things up now. They're starting to make some meters. They're starting to threaten off Ngawi. Lamb wants it. Lamb will get it now. Offers the dummy. Gets it away to O'Brien. Bodies in motion. Trout's away. Foot right. Trout. Can he get Betfred? What a tackle! What a tackle! Denies Trout, the big back rower, couldn't get in. Field it was with a tackle. Here's Lamb, fires a pass to Tessie New. New gets it to Charnley, puts his toe on it. It's going to run dead. Jay Field might just have made the tackle that sends Wigan to the grand final.
Wow, incredible, wasn't it, from Jay Field? Doesn't panic at all. Look at that, he sets his target. Owen Trout knows. Might be a bit of panic setting for him, knowing could he get there? Jay Field, well, we normally talk about his exploits when he's carrying the ball, not his defensive exploits. But like you say, that tackle might just send him to the grand final.
That was outstanding. Trout, that's the best bit of play we've seen from Leeds. They cut Wigan open from Leigh. Sorry, they cut Wigan open, but they couldn't finish it off.
They're on the one, here now, Leigh. A fresh head winner, Pape. On the field, Brad Dwyer. Well, he created havoc himself.
Leigh have been asking the questions, and they almost broke through. Here's Walters. Ooh, big shot.
Big shot from the Pape.
Here's French. Puts the brakes on. Can't find a pass. Nice tackle coming up now. Smith arrows the kick towards the sideline, and it will go into touch.
Yeah, they're just trying to calm the game down now, isn't he? Harry Smith. Leigh have been really playing on the front foot the last 5 or 10 minutes.
Look at this. This is
just incredible, isn't it? It looks like he's playing at a different speed, Jay Field, to everyone else. It's so unfair.
Well, he was fully committed. It was a tackle he had to make. 24 tries this year. But that tackle as good as any one of those tries he scored. "15 minutes left of the Leigh season. Unless they can find 8 unanswered points, then we might go a little bit further. Wigan's defence miserly. Here now O'Brien finds Hanley. Hanley trying to get the better of Wardle. Gets his man just to the ground, 5 short of halfway. Couple of tackles left in the set. They'll play it here. They need a bit of brilliance to break down this Wigan defensive line. High kick from Lamb. Field and Miskey come forward. Miskey collects it. He will come forward now. By and large, the back three on both sides have done well in really tough conditions tonight.
Yeah, greasy conditions, been really good, haven't they? Look at that, the completion rate from Leigh, 90%.
They've been good. They just haven't been good enough.
Well, they've took the chances. Wigan, Anthony Bevan French, when that mistake was made early on in the game. Bailey Hodgson again, just the ball goes on the ground. Got to clean that up.
They've still got to make the
high
tackle.
shot. Surely that would have been a penalty.
Most of the penalties have come from kicks, haven't they? We had the Shepherd in, the 2 offsides.
Well, maybe not.
Aye, this is a tough one. Hodgson underneath it. Oh, he's done it well. Fair play. He has done it well.
Nice.
And he's now over 250 metres kicking the ball, coming back from the kick return.
It's the worst job in the world, isn't it? Swirling conditions, been raining all afternoon. You've got to catch that ball. You have your big moments as well, like Jay Field did about 5 minutes ago. I suppose that's your job, isn't it? Catch the ball.
Yeah. Here's Tessie New. The Leigh fans roaring their team on, but at the moment they're just short. But there's still time if they can get one. Couple of tackles left in the set. Off Ngawi, off the ground, plays it now. Here's O'Brien, finds Lamb, bodies in motion, great pass! Oh, just behind Charlie. Looked like they created the gap, and Charlie does well to stay in the field of play. Tessie New's going to have to get back and play it. This is the last one. They need to find a kick. Pressure coming here from Leigh. Shoots out of the line. Lamb gets back to his feet. Sends a spiral bomb downfield. Tester for Marshall. Catches it on the full. Marshall brings it back. Ragged, but again, they almost got the better of the Wigan defence.
Yeah, almost only. They're looking and certainly taking the chances and asking plenty of questions. Even when they got away with that kick then from Lachlan Lamb, Marshall did ever so well. It was a spiralling kick. Going everywhere. Umala Hanley now getting involved, trying to stop the big fella Junior and Semba.
We're seeing Lamb and O'Brien moving from side to side. Offload finds Smith. Kick, that was touch, was it? So Hodgson will come forward and collect it. And he now is going to make ground. He's up to the 40, so a bit of a win there for the Leopards. 11 left, no points yet, second half. That 8-point salvo in the final 2 minutes of the first half has proven to be the difference so far.
You know, I think they've got to score in the next 3 sets here, Leigh. They've got a chance, otherwise Wigan will see the game home. Defensively, they've been pretty stern all year, the Warriors.
We mentioned that. Was it 32 points in the last 6? But Leigh, in Trout, thought he'd scored earlier on. He nearly scored in the second half. They've been close, but close not good enough to get you to a grand final. Not when you come into the home of the champions. Last one, Ipape. Lamb down the short side. That's where they're going now. Here's Lachlan Lamb. Stands up a little kick. Field coming to get it. Field gets there. They don't lay a glove on him. And Field finds his way up to the 20.
And again, just couldn't quite get there. And the set Edward Ipape was offside. Get called back by ref. Often Ngawi going looking for that mistake from Abbas Miski. If any of them have got a big shot, they want to go for it now.
They do. Smith offloads it back to Leeming. Leeming tries to work his way forward up to the 40. Good run from him. Leigh got to be careful they don't hang on. Here now is Walters. Wigan on a bit of a roll. They score next. They're going back to Old Trafford for the 3rd successive season. Here's Farrell. Inside the 40. French finds Smith again. Arrows the kick to the sideline. Every second vital for Wigan. Well, tomorrow we do it all again. We'll be heading over to the home of the League Leaders Shield winners, Hull Kingston Rovers. They take on St Helens, who produced a miracle last week to knock out Leeds. 5 o'clock, Sky Sports Plus for that one. We're not quite in left to right territory, Terry O'Connor, but Leigh needs something special here.
Yeah, absolutely. And just the way that the Warriors are, they look fit, they look fresh. They look ready for the exchange that's coming over the next 10 minutes. Do Leigh believe that they can go on and win this game? It'd be a big ask, won't it? But what a prize at the end if they can get that result.
Well, if they can get the first one, then it causes panic. It causes nerves. Offload, Lamb wasn't looking. Hodgson was, though. He collects it. Can he find a pass? No, he's sideswiped by Junior December. Here's Mulhern. Not stopped running all night, Mulhern. Here now is Leigh, finds Lamb. Sure, oh, that was forward. That was forward.
Well, pressure makes you make mistakes, doesn't it? And the best player for Leigh, Lockie Lamb, chasing the game now. Well, he's just trying to pull the defenders in. Gives the ball to Holman, unfortunately goes forward. That's what happens when you're playing catch-up.
That's scoreboard pressure.
Yeah, well, the season's on the line, isn't it? And they know it.
You just wonder with Adrian Lamb's reaction at half-time. He knew they'd been hit. Yeah, punched right in the guts after that Bevan French try just before the break.
Yeah, it was a sucker punch to concede. We said with 3 or 4 minutes to go before half-time. You conceded that penalty from Edwin Apapa. Yeah, you'd have that. You didn't want to concede a try then. You did concede a try. The game turned straight away.
No points at all in this second half. What a tussle it's been. Reminiscent of round 1, of course. Can Wigan relieve all the pressure? They've had little ball down this end. Here's Walters. 7 remaining. Wigan in front with a healthy lead. Here's Thompson. Thompson fighting his way towards the line. Last one. Smith and Field to the left. French to the right. They're going now to the left. Ellis finds Smith. Smith taken off his feet. Great defence from the Leopards.
Yeah, great defence, wasn't it? Robbie Mulhern. He was just summing up the situation a bit too long then. Harry Smith caught in 2 minds. And the inside pressure from Robbie Mulhern.
6.5. They need a trick play or something, don't they, to get them out. They've had no penalties. They've had 1 penalty in the whole match, Leigh.
Yeah, Edwin Apapa needs some quick play the balls on the back of that. I think probably the most dangerous will be Bailey Hodgson. If he can get the ball with a bit of space around him. Then we're going to go back, and probably the talking point of this game is the tackle from Jay Field on Trout.
Well, it's changed the outcome, hasn't it? If he scores there, they're back within 4, possibly with a 2 points to come on top as well. It just changes everything. But Field was fantastic when Wigan needed him. Their 2 big players have come up. Here's Apapa. Apapa after it. Oh, it's knocked on, was it, by Wigan? This is a big call from Chris Kendall.
Yeah, it is a big call there.
Do you want to challenge?
You have to challenge this one, surely.
First knock on his by Leigh, that's what I've ruled.
They're going to have to challenge this. This is it, you feel.
Time off. Tom, we have a captain's challenge. Leigh challenging the decision of a knock-on.
Okay, that was tackle 4. We've got a captain challenge from Leigh. They're challenging the on-field call of a knock-on. So just into order the challenge, please. Actually, can we go back, please? This is from a kick, so we're going to check the kick. So we'll pause the ball on the foot, so we know Papa's the kicker, so put it on the foot, please. It gets through regardless. So we can play on from this point. So we know when Papa's the kicker, and he gets through and plays offside players on. So we're now into the contest. Does that come off in Papic? Anything else on that, please? It's a rolling ball. Who does that hit first? Anything else on that, please? So moving ball. Does Miski take possession of that ball? Which would then become a ball and all tackle. So who gets that first? You got anything else on that, please? Just to clarify if Pape does touch the ball first or Miski takes possession. Anything else possibly from this? Let's play this one through frame by frame. Anything else, possibly from the side, please? Yeah, this is the one. So slow on this, please. So does he take possession of the ball? So really slow. Just take this one back, please. Keep going back. Okay, from this point, just play on from this point. Keep going, keep going. So keep going forward. So at this point, Miski takes possession of the ball. So let's stay on this angle, please, and play through. So see what happens here. So Miski, yeah, we need to keep going. Can we take this back and play it in full speed, please? Or just slow, but we need to be on this angle. Keep going back. So we established that Miski does take possession, so it will be a ball on all tackles. You need to see the path of the ball. What happens there? So go back on this, please. So it's playing to this point. So it's a ball and all tackle. The ball then goes backwards. So it's play on to this point. So keep running through. So the referee then blows his whistle. So the challenge is unsuccessful. It's going to be tackle one, Miski to play the ball.
Unsuccessful challenge. Sorry, Ace. They keep their challenge because Ipape did knock it on, but then he pinched the ball and Miski gets it back. So yeah, they succeeded but don't get the ball back.
Yeah. There you go, saying there's no knock on from either team, and let me tell you, you could hear how nervous Tom Grant was then, making sure that he gets that call right, knowing what's at stake.
Yeah. We'll carry on. 5.5 minutes remaining. The little things, in fairness, maybe not gone Leigh's way. The Trout try, we didn't get a definitive picture. That gets
the Owen Trout
disallowed.
One, in the first half.
Little things make big differences, but that field tackle, you have to say, despite Bevan French's brilliance at the end of the first half, it's that tackle that will live long in the memory. Certainly for those Leigh fans, that was their moment, and they were denied by a flying fullback. Kick downfield. Now they need to score. They need some points now to give themselves even the faintest of opportunities. Keenan Brand has been in great form. He's not had a look, has he, tonight?
No, same with Jemila Hanley. They've been really, really good. They've done a number on them.
Wigan have been defensively outstanding, haven't they?
Yeah, you say that though, that Mike Peter will be disappointed to miss 53 tackles in this game, which is un-Wigan-like, really.
Here they go, the Leopards, rolling the dice. Possibly for the last time in 2025. Been another step forward for the Leopards, but it's going to end prematurely from their hopes. Last one. What can Lamb produce? It's a high hit and hope. Field comes forward, collects it, as he has done every time tonight. Safe as houses at the backfield. And Wigan have closed this out.
Yeah, been really good at the back. Jay Field, he was named in the dream team this year, wasn't that? He would have been under some pressure from Lockie Miller at Leeds, and had an outstanding season. Sam Walters, hasn't he put in a big stint on the ball now?
We'll be hoping he'll get the call next week. Here's Wardle, almost broke through. Last one for Wigan. Are they going to sign off in style? Here's Smith. Will send it high across the field. Kieran coming. It's not the deepest of kicks. Collected by Miskey. He's shown over the sideline. Tesignou takes it off him, and he could be going over the sideline here as well. Finds an offload, but it goes into touch. And Wigan now can start to celebrate.
Yeah, that's it, isn't it? Game, set, and match now. Instead of looking for the sideline, Smith kicks it up in the air. Tesignou comes down with it. You can see Josh Charnley, his head had dropped. He knew that when he saw the centre go into the sideline. And the way that the Warriors players are celebrating now, it's just a big 2-minute spell from them. Adrian Lamb's side, well, they have been brilliant all year. Done a tremendous job.
Wigan 2 minutes away from a 14th grand final. Are they going to make it 3 grand final wins in a row? Who will they be playing? We'll find that out tomorrow night. Hull Kingston Rovers against St Helens live. Full of build-up from 5 o'clock tomorrow. Here come the Warriors looking to sign off with a try. Bevan French going alone. He's tackled. The Leigh defence holds its line. Well, their hearts must be broken inside. Leeming finds Ellis, gets the one-handed offload away. Smith thinks about the kick and then gets tackled, then gets out of the tackle, then he goes again, and he's tackled 15 away. Still a few tackles left for Leeming, who scoots out a dummy half, rolls a kick in, collected by Tesignou. It went backwards, and the big man's off. Tesignou didn't fancy him in a foot race with Fields, and Fields, sure enough, makes the tackle.
Well, again, it was another good tackle, wasn't it, from Field. Josh Charnley now desperate to get up, play this ball quickly.
Here's a Pape, gets it away, ball tipped, intercepted by Wardle. That's it. Wigan are going to the grand final. The champions will get to defend their crown. For Adrian Lamb and the Leopards, it's a step too far, but they have given it everything. The finest of margins will count against them at the end. For Wigan, they will go into their 14th grand final. The last couple of tackles, they'll eat the clock. Here's Phil weaving his way through. Pass knocked down, picked up by Kieran. Kieran going for the line. Is there one last score in them? They might not even play this ball now. Kieran falls to the ground, he does play it. Here the countdown is on. Bevan French, his double has won it. His double has won it. Gets the ball away, they're going to score. Walters sends Wigan into the grand final. Leigh's hearts are broken. Cruel on the Leopards. Walters got 2 in the semi-final last year. He has won. For Tesignou and the Leopards, they once again fall 1 game short. Super Bevan French it was. His 2 tries in the first half mean that Leigh's wait for a first ever grand final goes on. Praise goes to the Leopards, who came and they fought toe-to-toe with the champions. But ultimately, they just fell short. Liam Marshall through to another grand final. Looks like Wigan are not going to take the kick. It's irrelevant in the grand scheme of things. So it is Walters' try that wraps things up here. And Terry O'Connor, they just run out of troops, Leigh.
Yeah, well, you know, the end of the first half, the end of the second half, scored a couple of tries, play right to the death, don't they? And good sides get you like that. And Bevan French, well, he has a hand in it, most things, doesn't he, that they do well. French field, speed to burn, bit of class as well. You know what, it was a fair old game between both sides.